Hello and welcome back to the Grape Explorer. Today is a quiz made for you. Today's quiz is all about fortified wine, as you will have seen from the title. I've got 10 questions to challenge your knowledge of things like sherry, port, amongst others. So before I jump into question one, don't forget that new quizzes are released every Monday, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm the Grape Explorer, bringing wine education, product reviews, and lots of wine tastings. So let's get into question number one. Which of the following grape varieties is not permitted for sherry production in Jerez? Is it A, Palomino? Is it B, Pedro Jimenez? Is it C, Xarel-lo? Or is it D, Muscat of Alexandria? Jerez, of course, the epicenter for sherry production in the country of Spain. Jerez is found very much in the south near Sevilla and produces many different styles of sherry, and it principally has 3 grape varietals which it uses for that, but the one that it does not use is Xarel-lo. So if you've gone for Xarel-lo, correct, well done. Now we're going to move on to a question about port production. What is a popular method of extraction in the production of port? Is it A, paddle pressing? Is it B, hand crushing? Is it C, foot treading? Or is it D, headbutting? Clearly one of these answers is a little bit ridiculous, although I did have a fantastic visual image in my mind of people headbutting grapes to crush them. Port is famously known for one of its production methods, and that would be C, foot treading. Now, fortified wines are made the world over, so question 3 takes us all the way out of Europe to the other side of the world. Which region in Australia is renowned for their fortified wines? Is it A, Rutherglen, B, Margaret River, C, Eden Valley, or D, Mornington Peninsula? All of the answers are actually well-known Australian regions for winemaking, but of course there can only be one right answer. So those of you that have gone for Rutherglen, A is absolutely correct. Bringing us back over to Europe now and to a question about port. When must port producers register their intention to release a vintage port? Is it A, at the same time as the harvest? Is it B, in the 2nd year after the harvest? Is it C, in the 4th year after the harvest? Or is it D, at any time? Many of you will be familiar that, only certain ports actually carry a year on the label. Only certain ports will have declared a vintage. And of course, it takes time for producers to work out exactly when is the right time to declare a vintage, because there has to be an awful lot of berry analysis and sampling before they are comfortable to call something as a vintage. And actually you tend to find that many of the different producers will all call vintages in the same year because they're all subject to similar weather conditions. In this case the answer is B, it's in the 2nd year after the harvest. Okay, question 5 is all about an island producer of fortified wines. Which North Atlantic island is well known for its production of fortified wine? Is it A, Fuerteventura? Is it B, Gran Canaria? Is it C, the Azores? Or is it D, Madeira? Perhaps one of the easier questions today. I know that bottles are labelled with this particular island's name on them. I don't know that the Azores produce any wine, but I do know that Fuerteventura and Gran Canaria do, but they're all the wrong answers because the correct answer is D, it's Madeira. Question 6 is all about sherry. Lots of different styles of sherry, and this particular one is about a specific process that produces a particular style. So which style of sherry undergoes both a biological and an oxidative aging? Is it A, Amontillado? Is it B, Fino? Is it C, Oloroso? Or is it D, Manzanilla? Quite a tricky one. As I said, some wines go through biological aging, some wines go through oxidative aging, and this one of course goes through both, but which one is it? Well, if you've guessed answer A, Amontillado, well done, that's the right answer. Now there are lots of different styles of port available. You've got your tawny ports, your white ports, your ruby ports. This is a question about bottling ports and the right time to do that. So late bottled vintage ports are aged, on average, for how long before they are bottled? Is it A, 1 to 3 years? Is it B, 4 to 6 years? Is it C, 2 to 4 years? Or is it D, 6 to 8 years? Quite a tricky one this, because the age ranges that I have given are reasonably close to each other. Late bottled vintage wines are typically bottled between 4 and 6 years after the vintage. So if you've gone for answer B, correct. Question 8 is all about another country producing a style of fortified wine. So where is Marsala home to a popular fortified wine? Is it A, Malta, B, Corsica, C, Sardinia, or D, Sicily? Now what I've done actually in this question is one of these is a country and then the other 3 are islands that belong to other countries. So this is going to come down to your knowledge about fortified wines. Marsala is a town found on this particular island, and if you've guessed Sicily, correct, it's D, well done. Question number 9 takes us back over to Spain and to Jerez with a question about sherry. Which is the sweetest style of sherry? Is it A, Manzanilla? Is it B, Fino? Is it C, Pedro Jimenez? Or is it D, Oloroso? Again, quite a challenging question because there are so many different styles of sherry available on the markets, and they go right through from dry all the way through to sweet, with lots of things in between as well. But the sweetest style of sherry is Pedro Jimenez, which is answer C. And finally, we're through to the last question already. This is a question about the Douro Valley in Portugal. There are 3 main sub-regions in the Douro Valley. Which is the middle one of the 3? Is it A, Cima Corgo? Is it B, Baixo Corgo? Or is it D, Douro Superior? Now when I say middle, if you were to look at the Douro Valley and the wine regions geographically, they actually go from left to right. So I'm just asking you to pick out the middle one of those 3. In this case, the answer is A, it's Cima Corgo. That one sits in the middle with Douro Superior sitting on the right and Baixo Corgo sitting on the left as you look at them on the map. How did you get on? I hope this is a quiz you enjoyed, learned a little bit more about fortified wines, I hoped. As you know, lots of other quizzes available on this channel, but I'm always looking for suggestions from yourselves as what you'd like to be challenged on. Thanks to everyone who has shared your score in all the previous videos as well. It means a lot to me, it gets a good conversation going, and it's nice to see so many people taking part. But for today, I will say cheers, look forward to the next quiz with you, see you soon, cheers.